you ever walked into your real estate office on a Monday morning and thought, I don't have any clients to work with today, I don't have any bookings, I don't have any showings, and I have a lot to do. I have marketing, I have sales, I have prospecting I could be doing. And then you sit down at your desk and proceed to do absolutely nothing. You ever wonder why that is? One of the parts for this, ladies and gentlemen, is because our limbic system, our dinosaur brain, wants the easy way out. And given a billion things to do, this is the paradox of choice. Given a billion things to do that could make your business go forward, we tend to gravitate toward nothing. And one of the things we're going to talk about today are the 10 ways realtors and other small businesses routinely sabotage their own business. And the reason we tend to sabotage our own business is because we lack a plan. So first off, many of us network, don't we? Don't we network? We network, absolutely, yes. And so when we network, we frequently go to places where people like us and know us because that's comfortable. But the people who already know you, your family and friends, they're already going to recommend you, aren't they? Yes, yeah, the answer should be yes. Yes, because you're the most fabulous realtor they know. Yes, they're going to already recommend you. And the people in your community groups, do they know what you do? So the people closest to us, ladies and gentlemen, are not necessarily where the fish are. Do they know people who can recommend us? The answer is yes, but that's not necessarily where we need to gravitate, and we don't need to do that. So go where the fish are. Go where there are people who need your services. The people who already know you already know what you do. That's easy. And when I say go where the fish are, tell people what you do. Make sense? So far, so good? Okay, great. So BNIs are great, but the people within your BNI, if they have not already recommended you, they're going to anyway, so it does not matter. Go where people are transiting. Go to the places where there's transitional things in businesses. Go to the military environment where people are constantly moving in and out. Or find those community groups, older people perhaps, who are looking for a transitory area, but go where the fish are. Number 2, update or write your business plan. Now, doesn't that sound fun? Exactly. How many of you right now think your business plan could use just a little tweaking? Just a little tweaking. So that's one of the things we're going to talk about for just a few minutes. First, a business plan, ladies and gentlemen, prevents you from that paralysis of going into your office on a Monday morning and being frozen into inactivity. Having a comprehensive strategy allows you to look forward and say, all right, I've got a closing next month, I've got a closing in December, but my January, February, and March is looking a little thin. What do I need to do next? And that's frequently a lot of us go out for cookies. No, you don't do that? Or coffee? In some cases, if there's something I really don't want to do at home, what do we do? In my case, I find things to clean in my house if there's something I really don't want to do. Do you ever do that? My house has never been cleaner than when I'm procrastinating. So today I've got the 5-minute business plan. How many of you think you could take 5 minutes out of your life and do your business plan? Absolutely. So let's look at a 5-minute business plan and what that would look like if you were to sit down, ladies and gentlemen, with your team, by yourself, with perhaps a trusted advisor, and just quickly go through the elements you need in order to put together a terrific, fast, and effective business plan. Now, before we go any further, a lot of you put together business plans to start your office. And they may have been those very long, lengthy business plans that banks require in order to get lending. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a tool that you can make pretty, post in your office, so that you know every single day what you need to do to go forward. And this is what this looks like. Part number 1, the executive summary, or my marketing part, which is the most important part, is what are we doing to make ourselves almost famous? What are we doing to get the word out about us and what we do? How are our customers finding us? Do you have a social media plan that means something to the people who are going to look at where you are in social media? Nobody cares in social media that you had a tuna sandwich for breakfast. Nobody cares. People want to know something about you, and they want you to be informative, educational, and entertaining. If you're going to be in social media, that's what you need to do. And we're going to talk about how you manage referrals. How many of you would agree that most of your business comes from referrals? Or a good portion? Absolutely. We need to cultivate those referrals. You can't do everything yourself. And in a business plan, knowing what you don't like doing or what you're not good at is huge. Outsource tasks or projects where you are weak, or those tasks that can be accomplished easily by somebody else. Brian Tracy says, if you want to make $50 an hour, stop doing the things that you can pay somebody else to do for $8 an hour. Doesn't that make sense? How many of you have ever used Fiverr? Have you ever heard of Fiverr? Fiverr? Fiverr.com, ladies and gentlemen. This is everything people are willing to do for you for $5. If you need a flyer made up quick, Fiverr. If you need something done on your computer that you don't like to do, Fiverr. If you need an Excel spreadsheet generated, Fiverr. You can also outsource some of your social media to Fiverr. If you don't like doing something, be honest with yourself about the things that you don't like doing, and then figure out where you're going to get help to do that. Does that make sense? Excellent. All right, fantastic. Very quickly, number 3, social media. If you are not playing in social media and your clients are in social media, you need to think about being on the social media arena or in the social media arena. Most people will vet you. They will find out if you are for real by going to LinkedIn. So you know you need to have an active LinkedIn profile, right? Sure, of course you do. On your LinkedIn profile, you're going to want to make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you have recommendations from people who care about attributes that they would associate with a real estate agent. So for example, attributes that you might give your doctor, your physician, would be what? Caring, very nice. What else? Listens, very nice. What else? Careful, yes. What else? Pardon? Steady, yes, especially if they're a surgeon. Absolutely right. What good characteristics would you want someone to describe you? Professional, yes. Honest, yes. What else? What? Listens, yes. What else? Seasoned, yes. Yes, that you know the business, absolutely. The characteristics are different. So make sure, ladies and gentlemen, when you have someone putting recommendations for you on your LinkedIn profile, that those are things that you want someone else who is shopping for a real estate agent to see and say, I want that person. Does that make sense? Fabulous. Also on social media, you can use social proof. So if somebody has a great experience with you, you can say, hey, thank you so much for this testimonial. Thank you so much for letting me work with you. Do you mind putting something like that on your Facebook page and mentioning my name? Do you mind putting something like that on your LinkedIn page? Do you mind giving me a recommendation? Use social proof. People like working with people that everybody else likes to work with too. Don't you think that's true? That would be a resounding? Good, thank you so much. So number 4, get people to ask you questions. Establish yourself as that seasoned expert, ladies and gentlemen. If you are going to show people what a seasoned expert you are, it's very easy to do this on social media. Get people to ask you questions. On your personal Facebook page, you are not allowed to actively sell. But if I ask you a question, ma'am, what's your name? Terry. If I put on Terry's Facebook page, if I say, Terry, do you know of any property around, I don't know, the Highlands Ranch area for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home for a family of 4 that's moving in January? Terry's allowed to answer that question on her Facebook page. Is she allowed to just post stuff for sale? Not on her personal page, but she can answer that question. And now all of a sudden people say, wow, Terry's a real estate agent. Wow, I've got another friend who's coming in. Get your friends to ask questions. Establish yourself as that seasoned expert because people want to trust you. Number 5, get visible. This is what David Avrin is going to be talking to you about, and I highly recommend you sign up for his newsletter. It's called the Visibility Coach, visibilitycoach.com. Get visible, be seen, be out in your community, be online, be in places where people who can hire you are going to be. Number 6, join forces. Join forces with other realtors. Create a mastermind. Get together with a couple other real estate people. And it doesn't have to be within your own office, but people around the state, people you like to work with, get together once a month and brainstorm on ideas that you're doing that's working. Also, let them know what you're doing that's not working. Share resources, share ideas. As my dad used to say, he said, Mary, you're not going to live long enough to make all the mistakes that I made. So you might as well learn from me. creating a mastermind group or just a power idea group with some trusted people, and these are trusted people, allows you to join forces and go forward together. The other thing you can do is you can host informational and educational programs within your community, and that allows you to maybe bring in that mortgage person or your mortgage partner or a bank or the escrow company and get together and provide some educational and informative power talks at community events, churches, women's groups, men's groups, wherever. Join forces with other people and move forward together.